Warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. We give thanks to Almighty Allah for sparing our life up to this moment. Inshallah, we are going to continue from where we stopped in our last class. We are still on simplification of algebraic expression, and that is what we told ourselves in our last class. That is where we'll be starting today. So we have two parts under this subtopic. The first part is addition and subtraction, and the second part is multiplication and division. So we start from the first part, which is what? Addition and subtraction. So we are going to take some examples under it, and we solve it for ourselves, and possibly we take assignments on it. So for the first example, we are to simplify the following, and the question that we are to simplify is y minus 5y, y minus 5y plus 7y minus 3z plus 7y plus 3z and plus 5z. Sorry, minus 3z and plus 5z. We are to simplify this. We are to simplify this expression. I told you before we end the last class that when you have a long expression and you are to simplify it, it means that you are to shorten the expression. So in this expression, we're going to have the ones that are common to each other, and we have the ones that are not common. So in simplified expression, we are going to combine the ones that are common together, and possibly you can see factorize the expression if it can be factorized. So looking at this expression, how are we going to do it? We are going to add those ones that are common together. Here we have y, here we have 5y, here we have 7y. All these three items, they are common to each other. They are what? They are of like terms. So, and we follow the operation that we have there. Here you have 1y minus 5y, then plus 7y. That is, it appears you have 1 here, 1y. Here you are going 5y, here you also have 7y. So if you add the one that you have together, this one is y1, this one is 7, these two you have them because it is plus and plus. So you can say you have 8y, that is 1 plus 7, you have 8. You are going this, that is what? Minus 5y. Here you have this, that is plus 5z. Here you hold this, you have this and you hold this. This one is what? 3z. So let's do it together now. This one is 8y, this one is 5y. When you remove the one that you go, which is 5 from the 8 that you have, what are you going to have? 8 minus 3 minus 5. That is what? 3y. Here you have 5 and minus 3. If you remove the one that you, which is 3z from 5, what do you have? You're going to have 2z. So when you simplify this expression, this is what you are going to have as your final answer, because this one cannot be what? It cannot be factorized. You cannot factorize this one, so you are going to stop here. Your final answer here becomes what? 3y plus 2z. That is your answer for this one. Now let's take the second one. For the second one, we have 15x squared y. The second example here, sorry, the first or second part, we have 15x squared y. 15x squared y minus 5yx squared minus 5yx squared minus 5yx squared plus x squared y plus x squared y, then minus 4yx squared minus 4yx squared. Look at this. Look at this expression. We have 15x squared y minus 5yx squared plus x squared y, then minus 4yx squared. The first thing we need to do is that we need to rearrange it. So look at this. We have a number here, that is coefficients here. We have letter x squared and we have letter y. So let's rearrange it in that form. So we're going to have, this one is 15, right? X squared y. This one is minus 5yx squared. This one can still be rearranged. The other does not matter here. This one is y, this one is x squared. You can make, since x squared begins here, you can make it to, you can make this one to be in this form as well. So we are going to have this one as what? 5x squared y, the same thing. This one is y squared, this one is not x squared y. See the same thing. We just change the other, and it does not matter, it does not affect it. So this one still becomes what? Plus x squared y, then minus, we change this one as well, so we have 4x squared y. So what are we going to have at the end of the day? This one is 15, you have it. This one, you hold it. This one, you have it. This one, you are holding it as well. So let's combine it together. 15 plus 1, that is 16, the one you have. So you are going to have 16x squared y. The one you are holding is minus 5 and minus 4. When you add 5 and 4 together, you are going to get what? 9x squared y. So removing your 9x squared y from 16x squared, what are you going to have? You are going to have what? 7x squared y. This is your final answer. Meaning that all this expression that is long like this, when you simplify it, you are going to have just one item, and that is what? 7x squared y, and that will be your final answer. Now we go to the third part of example 1. In the third part question, what we have is that we are to simplify 7pq minus 3pq minus 3pq minus 3pq minus 2pq minus 2pq and plus pq. That is what we have in the third part of the example. So we are to simplify this. How do we do it? If you look at it, common, this one is pq, 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 and pq. So let's add the one that's positive and the one that are negative separated. This one is 7, you have it. This one is 1, you have it. 7 plus 1 is what? 8pq. This one is minus 3 minus 2, that is what? Minus 5pq. Right? So when you remove 5 from 8, what do you have? You're going to have 3pq. And this is your final answer. So look at this. If you look at the operation that we have been used here, it is just addition and subtraction. So let's see if you can take 2 or 1 more under it. So let me quickly clean this. So we go to the fourth part of the example 1. Fourth part. That is fourth part of the example. So what do you have in this question? We have minus 6ab squared minus 6ab squared minus 6ab squared plus 9ab squared plus 9ab squared plus 9ab squared minus 3ab squared minus 3ab squared and minus 2ab squared. Way to simplify it. Way to simplify it. So the same thing. The same rule still apply here. Add the one that are positive and the one that are negative separately. This one is, you have it. Can you see now? This one is 9. So let's start with that. 9ab squared, the one you have. You hold this, and you hold this. Minus is minus 3, that is minus 9. Minus 2, that is minus 11ab squared. So this one, it now means that you have 9. And you are going 11. You have 9 and you are going 11. What you have is less than the one you are going. So in this case, you are still going to hold when you pay your debt. Just like you have 9 naira and you are going 11 naira. When you pay 9 naira out of your debt, you are still going to have what? Minus 2. That is remaining. So when you pay 9 out of your 11 AB debts, what are you going to have? Minus 2AB squared. This is your answer. This is what we are going to have as your final answer. That is, the whole expression here, when simplified, will give us what? Minus 2ab squared. That will be our final answer. And the final question under this part, let's take the final question under this part, which is what? 50 parts of the exam. We are to simplify 7pq minus p plus r minus 12 plus 2qp plus 2qp minus 2r minus 8 minus 2r minus 8 minus 2r minus 8 and minus 4p and minus 4p. That is what we have. Let's say the question again. 7pq minus p plus r minus 12 plus 2qp minus 2r minus 8 and minus 4p. This is minus 4p. So how do you simplify it? You are going to collect the lifetime that is common, combine it together. Look at this. This one is 7pq. This one is 2qp. They are the same thing. The other end does not mean you can change the order to what? 2qp. So let's write it. So we have 7pq. This one is what? Plus 2pq. So we are done with pq. Let's go to p. Minus p. This is another minus 4p. We are done with p. Let's go to r plus r. Then we also have what? Minus what? 2r. Let's go to number. Minus 12 and minus 8. Any other item? No. Let's count it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Let's count this one as well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So it's complete. So let's now add it. This one is 7pq plus 2pq. You have 7 and 2. That was 9pq, right? That is 9pq. This one is minus p minus 4p. That is minus 5p. This one is plus r minus 2r. You have 1, you are going 2. When you pay your debt out of 2, you are going to have what? Minus r. This one is minus 12 minus 8. That is minus 20. Right? So you have 9pq minus 5p minus r minus 20. That will be your final answer. This is what? Your final answer. Meaning that when you simplify this long expression, you're going to have this as your final answer. So this is fine. You cannot say here, please take note. You cannot add this one to this one because they are not from the same family. This one, the family of this one is family of PQ. This one is family of P. This is family of R. And this is family of a number. So you cannot add them together and say this one is 7 plus. This one is now 9 minus 5. That gets minus 4p. No, it's not. It's wrong in that case. The PQ will be combined together. The P together. The R together. The number together. So here we have 4 families, and you have them in what? In 4. This one is just one family of a B square. This one is one family of S square Y. This one is also what? One family of a PQ. But in this, you have about what? You have 4 families here. So you have to group them in what? In their categories. So you don't combine them together. So we stop for the addition and multiplication. Sorry, the addition and subtraction here. And we now go to multiplication and division. So let's go to the second part of the simplification. Let's quickly grab this. So the second part of the simplification. So the second part is what? Is multiplication. And what? And division. So example 1, example 2 in this case. So we're to also what? Simplify the following. Simplify the what? The following. We're to simplify the following. So for the first part of the example 1, example 2 question, we are to simplify this. And what do we have here? We have 5a. We have 5a multiplied by, in brackets, minus 2b, close the brackets, multiplied by minus 3c. minus what? 3c. Look at this. So how do you do this one? So this one is 3c. Oh, this is 3c minus 3c. So what do you do? This one is multiplication. You are going to separate it. When you have to multiply, you separate each of the what item, even the single item here. So here, what do you have here? You have 5 times a. That is your 5a. You have multiplied by, this one is 2 times 2 item here, minus 2 and b. So you have minus 2 multiplied by what? B. Get it? This one is times minus 3 multiplied by c. So you are going to now collect each together. We have number. So let's multiply the number. 5 multiplied by minus 2. That is minus 10. Minus 10 multiplied by minus 3. That is 30. Minus times minus is plus. 5 times 2, 10, 10 times 3 is what? Is 30. So you have 30 here. This one is A. That is multiplied by A. This one is B. That is multiplied by B. This one is C. That is multiplied by C. So what's your answer? 30A, B, C. That is your what? Your answer in that case. So for this one, you are going to have what? 30A, B, C. You are to collect the numbers together and each of the alphabet. Assuming that this one is A now, you are going to have A times A. That will now be A squared. And this one will not be there, and you have C. But since they are 3 families, family of A, family of B, and family of C, family of number. So we have the number separately, the letter A separately, letter B, and letter C. You are not going to add them together. So let's go to the second part of example 2. So the second part of that example, we are to simplify as well. What do you have in the equation? 5q multiplied, very simple, 5q multiplied by minus 7p. That is the first way to simplify. Minus 7q squared, right? Sorry? 7q squared. So this is what we are to simplify. The same way we are going to solve it. We are going to solve it by following what the same guideline, the same process. So we are going to have 5 here. That is 5 multiplied by q multiplied by minus 7 multiplied by q squared. So what do you have? 5 times 7 minus 7. That is minus 35. This one is q now. This one is q squared. Q multiplied by q squared. That is q in what? In 3 places. That will give us what? Q raised by 3. So this is what the final answer. Final answer is what? 35 q raised to the power 3. That is what we are going to get for the the answer. Now, quickly go to the third part. The third part of the example. The third part of the example. If you look at this has been what? It has been multiplication. So let's take one more for the multiplication. So what do you have? We have mn squared multiplied by minus mn. We have mn squared multiplied by minus mn, close brackets, minus mn. So this one is, the minus is here. The minus is here, multiplied by minus, let me cancel it. So we have mn squared multiplied by minus mn, close the brackets, multiplied by minus 2m and minus 3m, multiplied by minus 2m and multiplied by minus 3n, and that's what? 3n, 3mn, sorry. Multiplied by, let me write this. We have mn squared multiplied by minus mn multiplied by minus 2n multiplied by minus 3mn. So this is what we have. This is the question we have, and we are to simplify it. So how do we simplify this? The same process we are going to follow. So let's break each of the items. So we have m multiplied by n squared here, multiplied by minus m multiplied by n multiplied by minus 2, right? Then multiplied by m, multiplied by minus 3, right? Multiplied by m, multiplied by n. So let's now take it one after the other. Let's start with the number. No, you can take this one as 1, 1, 1, 1. So 1 times 1 times 1, you are still going to get 1. Then you have minus 2 here. Look at this. Minus 2 here. Now let's take this one to be what? Minus 1. Minus 1. So minus 1 multiplied by minus 2. That is 2. 2 multiplied by minus 3. That is minus 6 for the number. For the m, m times m squared, m3 and m4. So m raised to the power 4. N, we have n squared, we have n, that is 3, and we have another n, that is 4. So we have n4 as well. So we can write the answer like this, or you can still simplify it to be what? Minus 6 into bracket n raised to the power 4. You can have it like this. Is it then? This one is correct, this one is correct. Either of the way you can put your answer. You're going to get it correct. So that can be what? Minus 6 m4 and n4, or minus 6 mn4. That is the two of them. These 4 belongs to what? To the 2 of them. So you can leave the answer in any of the form as as presented on the board. So we go to the fourth part of the question for the example. So this one will be under both multiplication and division. So we have here, we're to simplify as well, minus 3x squared minus y squared minus y squared, this one, divided by minus 9x squared divided by minus xy. So this is what we have. That is what we have. So we have to simplify this. So what do you do? What do we do? So let's take it one after the other. Here the word minus. Look at this. There is a minus, there is minus to cancel each other. The minus will cancel, it will go. Right? This one also, it also what? It will go. So here you have 3x squared, right, over y squared. This one will turn to what? Multiplication. And by that, we are going to interchange this. We are going to turn this one upside down. So you are going to have xy over what? Over 9x squared. Right? So here, x squared is common. Can you see now? This x squared, you cancel this what? X squared. Right? This is 3. Here 1, 3, here what? 3 as well. Right? This one is 1y. Is you cancel what? 1y here. So what do you have? We are going to have x as what? As your numerator. And for your denominator, you are going to have y and 3. And that is over 3y. And this is what? Your final answer. So your final answer is what? Is x over 3y. Meaning that the whole of this expression, when simplified, will give you what? Just x over 3y. Can you see now? So that's what the importance of knowing how to simplify. When you have a long expression, then you can make it very concise, very simple, as we have done on the board. So for this one, we're going to have this as our final answer. So let's take one more under multiplication and division. Under multiplication and what? And division. So for that last part, that is for the fifth part of the example, we have 7 minus 7a squared b over 2c in brackets divide by 21ab squared 21ab squared over minus cc in brackets, right? Then multiply by minus 3bd minus 3ed over 12c So this is what we have, and this is what we are to simplify. So what do we do? So that is correct. So take it. We're going to have minus 7a squared b over 2c. This one turns to what? Multiplication. Then by that you interchange. You turn it upside down. So you have minus cc over 21ab squared, right? Then multiply by this one will not change. You still what? Multiplication. So minus 3bb over 12c. So let's cancel the one that can be cancelled. So here, what are we going to have? We're going to have here 7, here 1, 7, here 3, right? This a, this 1a we go here, and this b, we take 1b out of this, so we have 1, not square again. This 6, 6, this one is 6, 6, here 1, this one was here 2, right? What else again? 3 here can go, we have 3 here. Before that, this b will go, this one will go, sorry, this is b to go, right? So we have 21, this one remains, this a has gone, this 2b has gone as well. So we have 2c here to still remain. This 3 here 1, this 3 will also what? It will go. So what do you have? So if you look at the whole of the one that you have here, the 7 has gone, you have a, the 6 has gone, you have minus 1, and the whole of this one as well, you also have what? Minus 1. So minus 1 times a, that is minus a, multiplied by minus what? 1 here, that is plus a, multiplied by minus 1, that is minus a. So you have minus a, this one you have 2c, all this one has gone, this one remains 2. So 2 times 2, you have 4, then c, 4c. That's your answer. So answer is what? Minus a over 4c. Meaning that the whole expression here, when you simplify it, you're going to have just what? Minus a over 4c. And that is what? The correct answer. You can check it all over again. Look at this. Here we have 7, 7 here 1, 7 here 3. This is a square. A square, one part of this one goes with this. This one is b, one part of this one goes with, you have only 1. This one that you have here, cancel this. Can you see that? This is 3. This is not 13, this is 3. 3 here, cancel this 3. So you have only minus 1 here. This is minus 6 is 1. You have 2 here. This is minus 1 here, right? So this one remains 2. So meaning that the whole of this, what you have here is minus 1, minus 1, minus 1. That is the minus 1. And you have a, that is minus 1 here. This one you have for 2c, and you have 2, that is 4. This 21 has gone, 21, 3, that's gone. This a has gone, this b square has also gone. So you only have what? Minus a over 4c. And this was the final answer for the equation. So inshallah, this is where we are going to stop for today. And let's take like 1 or 2 questions for practice as assignments. So for the assignment, you have to simplify the following. So assignments. So you have to simplify the following. Simplify the following. So the first part of the question is that you have to simplify 3.2dg squared, 3.2dg squared f. That is 1 minus 4.2 minus 4.2 f eg squared, feg squared, feg squared, and you have plus 2.5 plus 2.5 plus 2.5 dfg squared, dfg squared, and minus efg squared, minus efg squared, efg squared. So this is the first part. Take your time to simplify. The second part that you have to simplify is 4x divided by minus 15y close the bracket, and multiply by minus 10x square y multiplied by minus 10x square y. So you have these two questions to solve. Please take your time to solve the question and send your response through the assignment menu on the e-portal. So take your time, go through the examples, and ensure you solve this question and send your response through the portal. So we start here, inshallah, and see next class. So in our next class, what we are going to do is that we're going to how to remove brackets from expression. So when you have expression with brackets, so how do we remove the expression? That is what we are going to be doing in our next class. And also, when you have expression that has to do with a fraction, so how do you simplify it? When it is what? If it is it could be what? Addition, it could be what? Subtraction. So when you have expression that is fractional in nature, so how do you also solve them? That is what we'll be doing in our next slide, inshallah. So that will be after the Eid, inshallah. So please don't forget to forward my Ilya Meet through the assignment menu also. So stop here and say assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.